And we are back.
We are back, Bumble Bitches.
Look at them bright orange shorts, boy. Knees looking like knees. I'm gonna fucking help some kids cross the street today. Boy, them bitches are bright.
Yeah.
Should have fucking angled my camera.
No, I love it. You
Yes,
started pointing out
you
the
better not
orange.
be running down the hall. I'm gonna write you a fucking ticket.
That's funny.
What are you doing, Lilo? Good morning, everyone.
I like the highlighter orange on you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Back in the day, I had a bright orange Jinko backpack.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah.
Can you get another one?
I don't think they make those anymore.
What?
No, they make the pants again. Yeah, they had a
Yeah.
Jinko backpack. Bitch was bright orange, like.
Chris looking like a traffic
Yeah.
cone.
Yep. Looking like Bob's Barricade.
I was just getting ready to say that. I love that we are on the same wavelength.
I love that we're giant 12-year-olds.
Yeah, it's fun. You just want me for my bacon. Get away from me. That hurts.
So we're not. You actually fucking put bacon on top of your cup.
I did.
Can you hit her camera, please? Who the fuck needs a plate when you got a Stanley Cup?
I'm going to be honest. I think this is a knockoff Stanley Cup, too. So, it took like 2 months for it to get here from China.
That's rough.
So, I'm almost certain that it's a knockoff. Yeah, I also have my fake Louis phone case.
That's funny.
Yeah. No, that was just some obscure website I found while searching. Yeah. I'm actually going to snack on this bacon while I'm here with you guys. This has been a late start this morning. Things have not lined up the way I wanted them to.
It's okay. So we're going to do a Q&A stuff today. We're just going to bullshit with you guys. I just saw somebody ask how my back is doing. Derek, thank you for asking. I am on today was session number 6 of my decompression. I look forward to those sessions. It honestly, like, just the pull, it feels so good. And like, I can feel the machine pull and then start to relax and then pull again. Like, I can actually feel that back and forth with it. I fell asleep on the table today, snored, twitched, woke myself up.
I honestly love that for you, though.
But that constant, like, I need to get on a torture rack. They just need to do it underneath my armpits and around my waist and just extendo spine.
If we fund it, can we keep it?
I actually joked today as I was leaving. I told that guy, I was like, I need one of these for my house. And he's like, what? And I'm like, it's the highlight of my fucking day, man. Like, I wake up in the morning and can barely walk. It takes me 35, 40 minutes to get mobile enough that we can actually do our walk. Mm-hmm. But that does it. If I could jump on that first thing in the morning, I'd be golden.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, guys. So we're going to do some Q&A stuff. If you guys have questions today, that's all we're doing. We don't want to fucking get too much into emails or anything like that. We have a Patreon live that we have to do after this, but I didn't even set that up yet. So there's that. Derek said cannabis oil might help the muscles. Edibles have been helping. So there's that. Jordan said, hey guys, I can't stay today because I have class soon, but I wanted to thank you both for everything you've put into the world. It's encouraged me to get back to school for entrepreneurship. Love that. I have tried CBD for my back. The ointments don't do shit for me. Peyton asked how things have been going for us. We haven't been able to interact much.
I mean, are you asking us personally?
Well, she said
as a couple, individually?
yeah,
I don't know.
For us, for y'all.
Well, I feel like I'm flourishing a little bit. I'm going to therapy. I finally picked up my self-help book last night and worked on it a little bit.
Yeah.
And got that moving. Have my gardening going. I'm feeling mentally well enough to delve into the coaching calls again. So that's back in the works.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody asked if we read positive emails on YouTube too. We do. They're sprinkled in just to make things fun. and not as stressful. Somebody asked if you shared peaches. If you ever share recipes, sometimes on Patreon when you cook, right?
Yeah, I do have cooking videos on Patreon. They are discombobulated, so if you're expecting like Rachel Ray or something, that you're not going to get that.
That's funny.
I am going to start posting recipes prior to me recording the cooking videos because I do them live on Patreon.
And you want people to cook with you.
Right. So we're going to cook together. And I'm planning on doing a cookbook. But I'm thinking I want to get with somebody who is able to, I can pay them to do the layout of the cookbook, give them the recipes, what photos I want posted, how I want it to look, and they can compile it and then just give me the finished e-copy or whatever. If you're interested in that, email us.
Guys, if you are currently watching on Facebook, I highly suggest that you go over to YouTube and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have a fairly big announcement coming that I don't know if we want to do like just for like the end of the year kind of thing, or if we want to do it as when we hit 250,000. That way there's like an actual something for the 250,000 mark on YouTube. But we are working on something really big that is going to make at least one person, if not two, very happy. So,
Yeah.
How do we Patreon? Go to patreon.com/tobebetter. I would join at the $15 tier or higher because that's where the Discord is. Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You guys have helped change the way I've seen my relationships from your Reels podcast, YouTube, but also helped me within myself. The brutal honesty is refreshing and it's how I live my life, but having different perspectives on a ton of different topics. Thank you. You're welcome. I like that you said relationships because this means you're applying it to everyone in your life and not just
Romantic ones.
right. Laisha said meet and greet ? Better than a meet.
Better than a meet and greet.
You want to just tell them what we're doing?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So we are going to do a vacation giveaway, a weekend giveaway to hang out with Chris and Peaches and do excursions and a dinner and locations undecided, but we're working on that.
Yeah. We're going to pay for the flight,
The flight's going to be paid for,
pay for the hotel room,
pay for the hotel room.
a dinner, and depending on where we go, we're probably going to give away some money.
Right.
So every time we talk about it, the location's different. So,
I know. I don't know where I want to go. There's so much that we got to do.
but it'll be a raffle situation. So
It
that
will
way
be.
I have no hands on. It'll be done solely through a website. So the website picks everything.
It's all randomized.
And then we could just email the winner and be like, hey, blah, 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 blah. I have to get it set up on the website though. So until then, this is all just
yeah.
bullshit. But when it gets announced, it will be announced on YouTube. So if you're not
Yes.
following or subscribed on YouTube, that's where you need to be if you would like to go somewhere like maybe Vegas
We could do Vegas.
or Yellowstone or Utah or Savannah, Georgia,
I want
or
to
somewhere in Tennessee.
I want to see canyons. Maybe.
Could go back to Arizona.
Yeah. I would love
Go
to
do
see the
Antelope
Antelope
Canyon.
Canyon. Yep.
Yep. For Chris, if you are incapacitated, bedridden, how do you handle leading? I continue with my life as if I'm not bedridden. I do this, and I still operate, and I work and pray to God that I don't drop the phone on my face because I'm already bedridden. The last thing I need is a busted nose
Yeah.
or a hurt eyeball. I am.
Well, a lot of your work can be done from your phone.
It can. I hate it.
Yeah.
I prefer giant ass screens because I'm old and fucking blind. Hannah said, love the podcast. Been a fan since December 22.
Oh my gosh.
Keep up the good work. You're an OG, Hannah.
Been here since the beginning.
You are an OG. We do Colorado.
I feel like that name is familiar.
We should go somewhere where there's like a psychedelic retreat. Not for the thing, but for us.
I mean, unless you guys want to participate.
Yeah.
That's up to you.
No, that would be a whole ass thing. But I started looking into like the ayahuasca retreats in South America.
Done.
No, they're fucking expensive as shit, dude. Oh, they're so expensive.
Give me like a ballpark.
For both of us to go,
Yeah.
with airline, the stay and the experience, we're probably close to 25 grand. Yeah, it's not worth it.
I mean, maybe for like a 5-year goal.
Nah, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to do something that we can do locally for free.
I think it's more than just the experience, though. Like, it's the experience.
It is the experience.
It's fully. I was gonna be like the history,
Right.
the culture, the thousands of years of people doing this. And it's all the experience. It is.
That's funny.
Are we? Does that include a hotel? Or are we sleeping in the woods? How is
I don't
that?
know. I didn't get in. When I saw the price of just the experience by itself being 14 grand for two of us, I'm like, no, I'm
14.
good.
Oh
I'm
my
good.
gosh.
That does, yeah.
I thought that was like accommodations.
No, that's the experience. It's a whole process.
That's crazy.
Randy said you could do that stateside much cheaper. Yes, you can. Brandon said, Chris, I would love to talk to you about BPD. I was just diagnosed with it and I have so many questions for you. Why do you have questions for me? You have a diagnosis. There's lots of resources out there that you can use to start to work on, like dialectic behavioral therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy. There's a whole lot of things that you can do to start correcting that. Now that you know what it is, you have a label. But you can send an email to bebetterco@gmail.com and I'm sure I'll get to it.
Okay. Chat, stop moving. Let me try to read something.
Where do you want it to go? You tell me where you want me to go.
Okay.
Here you go.
Stop. Oh, you found one. Okay.
It's got your name on it.
Fantastic. What advice do you have for someone just starting their personal health journey? Keep a journal. Write in it every day, whatever you're thinking about. And understand that this bump in the road, right? Like you're learning yourself, you are learning your triggers, you're starting to learn how to navigate you. That learning to navigate yourself will never end. There will always be bumps in the road. So not only are you starting I think they said healing journey.
Personal health journey.
Personal health journey. Oh, then I might be completely off topic. Do you mean like losing weight?
Personal health could be weight loss, could be mental health, could be all of the above, all encompassing. Journaling is a great answer.
Okay, well, I'm going to finish my thought and then I'm going to get into losing weight.
Okay.
Okay. So not only are you learning to navigate the unexpected in life and the emotions that you have and your reactions versus your responses and other people and the plethora of the human experience, you have to learn to... I was about to say, she's doing the thing. You need to kick her. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't kick the dog. It was a joke. She was treating this like a brothel. Oh my God. Don't come over here and try me low. I'll scream.
Other things that you can do for your health. Are you back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. You have to understand that this bump in the road is always going to be a thing. It's just going to be something different filling its spot. So create a self-care routine that you do when life gets really hard for you, no matter what the situation is. That way you have a baseline for your mental health of my life is okay. I'm not being chased by a tiger. In regards to losing weight, starting that personal health journey, I started with a calorie deficit. I started increasing my water intake. I started counting my calories and I started doing cardio in the mornings.
Get your diet in order. Whether it's mental health or physical health, weight loss, whatever, get your diet in order. Stop eating processed bullshit. Eat foods that are actual foods. Your gut health is correlated to your mental health. That matters. This is another good question for you, babe.
Okay. How does Peaches balance taking care of you when you are down physically versus over mothering?
Let's talk about what that looks like.
So I check in with you versus just assuming how you're feeling. I think that's a big thing. I also ask you what I can do for you in the moment versus just, I've made you soup and here's a heating pad. And why are you unappreciative of all of the things that I'm doing for you to make you feel better?
I think it's important to recognize that not everybody deals with being down and out the same way.
Right.
I let you put my sock on for me once because I was in too much pain to actually touch my foot.
Yeah, and I offered to do it like 3 weeks prior.
Yeah,
and you shut it down hard.
Right.
Right.
Because I it sucks.
Right.
But it doesn't break me to do it, right? Like the back pain sucks anyways.
Right.
But even with my kidney stone, like I was laying there until I thought I was in full kidney failure until I made you take me to the hospital. Like I'm not somebody that's going to go, "Oh, I hurt. Oh, I need a nap."
Can you rub my tummy?
Right. I'm not that guy. Like
I am that person. I like it when you rub my tummy.
yeah.
Yeah.
That whole fucking lay down and cry about things that's not a thing. So there's not a time for you to mother me.
I mean, there is.
When?
So, for example, with me, I've offered, like I said, 3 weeks prior to you actually asking me to help you with your sock. I offered. And every day after that, I didn't ask you if you wanted me to do it, but I would tell you I hate seeing you in pain.
Right, but that's not mothering.
Right, but I could have kept pushing it. You need to let me do this for you. You're in pain. Why the fuck won't you just let me do it? You're too stubborn. Just let me do this.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right.
So I think you know your limits. I think that moment where you set that of, no, I got this. When I need your help, I'll ask for it. And then I just continue to push. I think that's that overstepping that boundary of,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not asking you at this point. I'm telling you I'm going to be doing this for you.
Right. That probably would have caused conflict.
That's why I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Even though it would have been self-serving for me to continue to push to ask to put your socks on for you because I'm in pain seeing you in pain. And your pride as a man and being able to do things for yourself and your independence matters. What?
You're not wrong. I bought a fucking new car so that I can still drive myself around because the other new car that I had, I couldn't sit in without being in pain.
Right.
But that's the difference. That independent matters to me. I don't want you to
Right.
ever look at me and be like, pussy. Right? Like joking around, that's fine.
Right.
But like in a real scenario where I'm hurting, like,
Yeah.
suck the fuck up, boy. Let's go. Yeah. The independence and being able to do things matters to me. I think that if I was to lay down and give up and let others take care of me and just complain about my fucking life makes me
Become comfortable.
a victim. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shout out to Eric and Chloe. This will make her week. We watch all your content. Do you watch all of it? Because if you're not in our Patreon, you've not watched all of it. I'm just
Hi,
saying.
Eric and Chloe.
There's lots of content you haven't seen yet.
I'm going to have to excuse myself.
Why is that?
I don't know how to politely say that.
Just go. Do whatever
Okay.
you gotta do. The discomfort was real there.
Two things. You guys are going to see me stand up, and I know some people are going to compliment my outfit, and I want you to know that I'm wearing Crocs with this. Second, I would have never been accepted in the Tawn in Bridgerton. I'm going to tell you guys, I have a lot of phlegm in my throat, so I'm going to go hack my throat into the toilet.
Hell yeah, get some.
I don't know how to say that politely.
She did that shit this morning while walking and almost spit on Ivy. It was like that far from her head. It's funny.
Yeah.
Derek said, cut out excess salt, sugar, seed oils, fructose, corn syrup. I know Chris and Peaches have an age gap. I would like to know how much of an age gap. A little over 10 years. Chris, what poundage is your decompression at? I think we hit 100 this morning. We're 6 sessions in, and they started me at 75. So, and they've been bumping it, I think 5 every session. I don't know. I think we hit 100 this morning. It might be 95. Not enough for it to hurt. It still feels fucking incredible when they put me on that stretching rack. What do you do when you only want someone? What do you do when you only want someone and have been together for 3 years, but they recently just don't want to keep trying and they don't want to heal on their own? You move on. You can't make somebody fucking want you or do something. You need to work on being the best version of yourself. So the next person that you find that you want to be with is fucking accepting of you and you're worthy of their time. If people have moved on from you, they've moved on. There's nothing you can do about that. The best thing I can tell you is that if it's your fault, that's a fucking win because you can correct you. You can't correct other people. Oh, look, you're back for a really long Facebook post.
Okay. Oh, am I reading this?
You are.
So I need to know if I am wrong for feeling the way I do over something that was told to me by my husband. Okay. So for a couple of months, I kept feeling like he had someone on the side. I could tell by these two: eye contact and body language. Body language speaks a lot.
Yes, it does. 80% of communication is nonverbal.
Right. Yesterday, I asked him again, and he admitted to me that this whole time he knew who I was talking about, also said the woman's name. I found out last night that he also had spoke to this person about my insecurities, also with what arguments go on in our marriage. Is it right for me to be angry or feel like he betrayed me?
Those are two different feelings.
Those are two different feelings.
So let's address that first.
Okay.
Anger is a tool. It's a mask.
It is.
Get to what you're actually feeling. Are you actually feeling betrayed? Do you feel like he stepped out on the marriage? Do you feel like you are not a priority? What is it that you are actually feeling? Because the anger is
Right.
easy.
Yeah.
So let's go with betrayed because you went angered or betrayed, which means you obviously know what you're feeling. Okay.
All right. Every time I bring that part of him revealing that information to me, he gets pissed off. I don't understand that last bit.
I think every time she brings it to his attention, he gets pissed off. So, because that's where the conversation felt like it was going. So let's assume that.
Okay.
If that's the case, he knows he fucked up, and he's using anger as a tool to get the conversation to shift, so that he doesn't have to deal with the consequences of his actions. I believe that. The other aspect of that is how are you bringing it to him? Because if you are bringing it to him from a place of anger and it's fuck you, you piece of shit, how could you? It's a very different conversation than this has been bothering me for months. You knew that it was a thing and now I'm hurt and I feel like our marriage has been betrayed. It was a very, very different conversation. Did she fart?
Yeah, she ripped ass. I think that is.
Well,
Is there a duty?
I don't know. I'm looking.
Oh my goodness.
That definitely doesn't smell like just a normal dog fart. Well, whatever. Sorry, guys. We have dogs. That shit happens. Ha!
Ow. I would be feeling a certain way. I would definitely be feeling a certain way. I would want to know why it was happening. Why did you feel the need to have this going on with another woman? And I would ask these questions. Am I not enough? Am I unattractive? Have I done something to change your perception of me? And I would be prepared to have my feelings 100% hurt by the answers. But that's information for you to gain to change the situation that you're in. I don't believe that every single person who steps outside of their relationship does it because they're a piece of shit human being.
Right.
There is never an excuse to cheat. Everyone has their reason for what they do in their life, though,
Right.
or why they do what they do in their life. Everyone has a reason for why they have their dream job, or why they want to move out of the country, or why they don't want to have kids. There's a reason that he did what he did and he stepped out the way that he did.
Yeah, things get real easy to understand when you realize that people will always do what is best for them. And when they make actions to do what they feel is best for them, you are never really a factor in that decision.
Right.
You live your life, they live their life. And even though you might agree to do it together because you're married or you're living together, whatever the case may be, it is a choice. And you know, that shit gets skewed sometimes. But you have a right to feel the way that you're feeling. And he has, I mean, obviously he has a right to feel how he feels too, but you need to find a way to bring it to him that's not an argument.
Or blaming,
Right.
or antagonizing.
Yeah. Even if there was not a physical cheating there, I believe that the second part of that where they were talking to the other person about the problems in the marriage and the insecurities of the woman, like that's cheating to me.
I view that as cheating
And
too.
that I view that as the ultimate betrayal because it's you and I, ride or die, Bonnie and Clyde type shit.
and
if-
now I can't trust you.
Right. And if I tell you my deepest, darkest secrets and you run over to fucking Susie Blabbermouth and start spilling the beans, I'll never fucking confide in you ever again because I just told you something that was vital to my life and who I am at my core. Mm-hmm. And now everybody fucking knows about it. Like there's no honor there. You want to do this one?
Can I ask for your advice?
No.
Oh,
You good?
I have a lot going on, and you shouted, and it just like disrupted my systems. I'm like short circuiting.
Now
right
you know what we do to Ivy every time we yell a no at her.
I ordered a bunch of junk food, and I'm craving junk food.
Yeah.
And I'm reading,
And
and
you're
then you
craving junk
shouted
food.
at me. All right. How would you go about reconstructing how things are done in your home? Laziness, cleanliness, structured schedule, and having your family respect it and go along with it. I would eliminate. Okay, so this is an extreme, right? This is, oh gosh, how would I start this then? We would start losing fun things. We're not going out on the weekends anymore.
You mean with the kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm assuming with the children, right? Are there children involved in this? We have children, so
What if it was between us?
between us,
Yeah. What if I wasn't doing the blue jobs? How would you handle that situation? Or reconstruct it knowing that like I used to do the blue jobs and I don't do them anymore?
just have a conversation of, did you lose perception of time? Do you know it's been 6 months since you've looked at the grass? Like, what's going on, babe? And then if there's a conversation of massive depression and holy shit, it's been 6 months, it's almost October, then that's a conversation of how do we get you back to where you need to be, and less about the structure of the household.
Right.
If it's been, yeah, I would just rather play video games. Okay, babe, this is not the agreement we had when we got married and we agreed to do this life thing together. You said you would uphold this end of your bargain, and you're not.
Yep. This is why it's really important to write all that shit down.
Right.
You make a list of everything that has to be done in the house, and you divide the chores and you stick that shit to the refrigerator. Everybody knows whose job it is. You see it every time you grab a beer out of the fridge or whatever it is that you drink, and life goes on. And when things don't get done, you can be like, hey, can you come here for a minute? I want to show you something. You can walk over to the fridge and be like,
Yeah.
think you can cut the grass today? Rachel said, difference between intuition, BPD, intrusive thoughts. My avoidant partner dismisses me and then gets defensive, even in soft startups. Also, how do you get a phone session? Love you both so much. Coaching's coming, damn it.
Coaching is coming.
It's coming soon.
We're going to be doing individual coaching.
And couples.
So husbands working with men, I'm working with women, and then we will work with couples combined.
Yep. Yep, that's coming. You guys have to go enroll on the website, tobebetter.com. Find it somewhere on there to sign up so that we can send you emails. I don't do massive, crazy emails. I'll maybe do one a week. And it's like, hey, the premiere is dropping, or we're going to Costa Rica. Do you want to go? Or, hey, maybe you can win this raffle and fucking come hang out with us in Vegas for a weekend or wherever we decide to go. So do that. Because when we do coaching and coaching is available, or we have our programs ready to go, those emails will just get sent out. It'll make things a whole lot easier. As for the intuition, BPD, intrusive thoughts, intuition and BPD, intrusive thoughts aren't the same thing.
No, they're not.
Intuition is you know something's not quite right. You feel it in your soul kind of thing.
Yeah, I view that as a soul thing.
Right. Intrusive thoughts are, I mean, I'm doing 80 right now. There's a telephone pole.
Yeah, my intrusive thoughts are always something very dark and negative.
So is mine. Yeah.
The garbage disposal, put your hand in it and turn it on. That kind of shit, yeah.
Right. Same.
Yep.
Jamie said, wait, I thought Chris was against Crocs. I am against Crocs. That's why I'm not wearing them. Oh.
Oh no! Oh,
It cramped.
I just thought of something really cool, and you're cramping at the same time.
cramped.
I don't know what to do.
Oh.
Oh my gosh!
Help, I'm falling and I can't get up. I need one of those life alert buttons. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab something from my purse really quick because we were talking about Crocs.
Oh, you're okay.
Oh, Carrie's like, I'm on it. Holy shit! Thank you.
All right. Gonna keep scrolling down for super chats and try to get caught up on the chat.
I appreciate you, Carrie. Thank you.
As I was scrolling, I just saw somebody said guilt makes people angry. I think that's not true. I think that at a honest standpoint, people use their anger to manipulate situations. Like if you go to McDonald's and they fuck your food up and you go in there and start screaming and yelling, you're doing that because you think it's going to get the best outcome. When in reality, you could go in there and be super fucking cool to the manager and be like, yo, I don't know what's going on, you guys. I'm allergic to pickles. There's pickles on this. Can you remake my sandwich? You're just going to remake your sandwich. What's the point in fucking acting up and being like that?
This is on my actual keychain, guys. I love it. I love it so much. I have that leather print of my husband and I. And then this is it's a window popper. Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
Well, you're drowning right now, babe. How are you going to break the window?
I'm supposed to cut our seatbelts. It's a seatbelt cutter. My goodness. You know what? I bet the children would be a lot faster just taking their seatbelts off.
Well, if you ever drive your vehicle into the lake or wherever off of a bridge or whatever you're doing, however that accidentally happens because people lose control of their vehicles.
Or a bridge collapse.
Unbuckle your seatbelt and roll your windows down. That's what you do as you're going over. Roll the windows down. Just at least one of them. And then unbuckle the seatbelt and swim out.
Wait.
You can't roll your window down once the car's been pressurized underwater. You can't open your door.
No, right.
Which is why they have the window breakers. But if you just hit the button and it auto rolls your window down as you're going over the fucking side of something.
Wouldn't that get the water in faster?
It will, but you can get out of the car.
Right, but...
So would you rather suffocate?
Right, but
or hold your breath to the top?
In all of the survival videos I watched on TikTok, babe... The guys in the actual car sinking say to not roll the window all the way down because it'll rapid. Like you have to wait for it to get its buoyancy and then roll the window down and climb out of it.
I'm rolling that bitch down immediately and unbuckling my seatbelt. I'm a big motherfucker and I need to get out that car quick. And if the window's down, you can open your car door.
Right.
The window's not down, it's pressurized. You can't open it.
Right.
Just don't ever drive your car off of a fucking bridge. We'll be good.
No, it's not my intention, but you know, crazy things happen all the time.
Amanda Ford asked if we're still planning on doing a single parent episode. Was that a plan? Were we supposed to be doing that?
Not from my recollection.
Well, there you go. I don't think we will be. Body Farmer. What a name. On the over-the-road trucker here. And I'm finally catching a live for the first time. Turning 27 today. Hey, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Also, I think Jenna's birthday's today. Or one of her kids is. I might be wrong. Yeah. Even though I'm single right now, y'all have definitely helped me to be better prepared to serve my future wife. I fucking love that. Happy birthday, dude.
I also love that. Happy birthday.
Man, there's so many chats.
Goes quick. Oh, because we're on almost 350 on Facebook. Oh, wow. Almost 340 on. Okay. Hi, everybody.
You guys can submit questions, and as we get to the bottom of the chat, we'll read some at random. If you want to guarantee that your shit gets read, go to YouTube and send a super chat. Mm-hmm. You guys are awesome. I watch all of your videos. I've seen a lot of them before before my wife left me. To be 21 again and become a narcissist. I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, that sucks.
People don't just become a narcissist, though.
I don't associate with a religion. I have a relationship with God. Someone asked what religion we associate with.
Yeah, religion is a man-made construct. Relationships are a different thing, I believe. 2 weeks till Thailand. It's actually less than that.
Woo-hoo!
We fly out in 10 days.
We do. We have to be there early. We have like a 30-hour travel time.
Yep, we got a hurricane coming tomorrow.
Oh, I can't wait. That walk is going to be so nice tomorrow morning.
I did not know the traditional lifestyle was not a thing until I watched you guys. Thank you for saving my marriage. You're welcome. Glad we could help. I love that you did the work to save your marriage. Modern day Morticia and Gomez.
He hates that comparison.
I really do. Because it's purely sexual.
Yeah.
Like I
don't think it is.
I do. Every time you see the love between them, it always goes to a sexual thing with him. And they make Gomez look like a horn dog. Like that's the thing. So you have stereotypes with men in every TV show.
Okay.
And-
Are you speaking on like a specific
I'm talking about the Addams Family.
run of this?
Well, the older, well, even,
Okay.
even the cartoons. The cartoons were the same way. She'd
Yeah.
stick her arm out, and he'd fucking kiss all the way up her arm. Like, it
Yeah.
was purely a sexual thing. He was a sexual deviant. Like, he wanted her all the time. And intimacy and love is so much more than just fucking hitting the horizontal tango.
Yeah.
But like, when you look at what stereotypes are in men in TV shows, men who are obsessed with their women are almost always look like a weak simp. And fucking dads are always made fun of. Like, you very rarely, especially now, older TV shows, Uncle Phil, fucking, you would have strong men back then. The shows now aren't like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Alana said, I recently found Different Church on YouTube, and his sermons are awesome. Definitely a good one to check out. You know, it'd be really cool is if you went to our YouTube channel, you're actually on YouTube, and go and look for the interview that we did with Tyler from A Different Church. We did 2 or 3 episodes with him.
We did.
So he's a friend of ours.
There was a comment from Jessica that said,
Did I go too far? That one?
yes. What about your partner giving you the silent treatment until they get sex? That would no longer be my partner.
Yeah.
That is one of the most childish things I have ever heard. And one of the most manipulative ways to have somebody give up their body to you.
Yep.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Find somebody more mature. How to not feel like roommates after 7 years going on 8? How do I rekindle back to the chemistry we had 7 years ago? You can't go back to the chemistry that you had 7 years ago. You can reignite the flame and the love of your life, and you can rebuild a new fire, but the fire that you had then is gone.
Yeah.
You've got new life experiences, new stresses. You probably got kids. You got fucking, retirement shit you got to worry about. You got holiday drama you got to fucking deal with. Like,
once a fire burns out and that wood becomes ashes, you can't start a fire there again. You have to get new material.
Right. If you're looking for just the intimacy and like the lustfulness, that's a different conversation than trying to reclaim intimacy in a relationship that no longer has intimacy. So what exactly are you asking? Because those things, though, will correlate, they have 2 very different answers. Mm-hmm. Courtney became a member for 1 month early access. Hey guys, I asked this in regular chat, but wanted to ask again. How would you handle a diagnosis of kidney failure? My partner is having a hard time.
I feel like that's above my pay grade.
Yeah. What's the issue there? Are you saying that they're having a hard time being a caretaker? Are they thinking that you're going to pass? Are you on a kidney list? Like, are you married? Are you just dating? Like, how? There's a lot of information there, Courtney. I got to be honest. I think that you should probably send an email and be very detailed about what's going on so that we can break down specific situations and try to understand that person's mindset. Because that is definitely a whole lot more than a simple wham bam thank you ma'am answer.
Our Instacart was dropped off.
Dope.
Carrie, can you throw that box of strawberry Swiss cakes at me? Just the whole box?
Wow.
What?
She's gonna fucking wing it. You better catch it.
I'm
There's so much pressure. There's like 1,000 people watching. It's like 500, but still, like, you can't fuck this up. When she throws it, you got to catch it.
I will. She needs to throw it.
I'm nervous for you.
No. Good girl.
So what about when you have a partner that's been a drug addict and still hides his addictions, even though they've all come to the surface? Addiction is a nasty thing, and I got to be honest, that's not something that we really get into. If you have, she's not gonna throw it.
She's like, I'm not throwing this. Oh, okay. Hey. No.
You guys, when you have questions and you say partner, if it's not your husband or your wife and you are dealing with these things, you have a very different answer from us than you are going to get if you're married.
Yeah, correct.
If you're engaged and you've been engaged for 12 fucking years and you're having marital issues, like, you're never going to get married. Like, this whole situation of dealing with an addict and having them go back and forth, they're not going to get clean until they're ready to get clean. And some people aren't.
Yeah.
When we interviewed Matt Bell from Team Recovery, He flat out said that he could go just about anywhere in the United States and meet with people who are currently in active addiction and be like, I can get you on a plane right now to our rehab center in Ohio and get you clean in 6 months if you want to take it. And these people are homeless. And they're like, no, I'm good.
For free.
Because some people enjoy doing that still. So like, this is one of those things that you can't control other people. You can only control you and your environment. And if you express to your person who's in active addiction, I don't want to be with an addict. You need to get your life together. And they say they're going to do it and they don't. You've now set that boundary. I don't want to be with an addict. You're not willing to get your life together. I'm a fucking bounce. Thank you. You can set mine right there. Thank you. All I know is I took into consideration everything I basically learned from you guys to eventually put it towards my next relationship when I have one. Right now, it's just me and my kids. I don't know if there was a preface. I'm just gonna move on. Preface. How do you handle a husband who now wants to change after you've already left? Start dating again. Go to therapy. How about that? You've changed. We have a whole lot of shit we've got to work through now. Let's do couples therapy. And then let's do individual therapy also. And let's see if we can find a way to rekindle things, because you obviously, you didn't say ex-husband, you said husband, which means you probably haven't filed for divorce yet. You've probably just moved on or left. Why not start trying to rekindle that? You can have a new marriage with the same person. It just takes work. And if they're willing to do the work, maybe this is that whole you don't know what you've got till it's gone thing. Maybe you leaving is like, oh shit, she'll actually leave. I got to get my shit together. Right? Like, if people are willing to fucking change for their person, does it matter if it's as things are falling apart, or should it only be when things are great?
Right.
Because some people need that fucking kick to the balls to be like, oh shit, like I'm really not doing what the fuck I said I was going to do in life. I don't know. I also am a big second chances person. Iggy, how can I handle struggling to trust my judgment and cope with rejection when dating as a traditional marriage ready woman? I asked in the Discord a few weeks ago, but wanted to ask y'all directly. How can I handle struggling to trust my judgment and cope with rejection? Rejection is going to happen. You're not made for everyone.
Right.
You're going to come up and introduce yourself and meet a whole lot of people in your life that are not meant to be anything more than somebody that you've walked past on the street. Everyone faces rejection. My judgment. I don't know what you mean by my judgment. I'm curious about that. Do you mean that you're getting shit on by people and you're dealing with the rejection of that because you want a traditional and you want to date for like the intent to marry? If that's the case, then you need to up your caliber of people, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Trust your judgment. The way that I perceived that was, I always pick piece of shit dudes.
Right.
Right. So, upping the caliber, man. Trusting people when they show you who they are versus the illusion of what you want them to be or what they're capable of.
Yeah. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got, and that includes dating. Courtney said, sending a follow-up email. We love you guys. This is a follow-up email from one that we read on the podcast. If so, make sure that you fucking put that like episode number, whatever, follow-up. I love those. Those are the best.
Those are good.
Spring Allison, hope y'all are having a fantastic day. It's not bad. I hope you're having a good day too. Peaches, 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 peaches.
What? Why? Me? What?
Are you having a good day, babe?
Am I having a good day? Yeah, it's not a bad day. So far, it's just been a day.
Yeah.
Most of my days are good days, minus the hell in my brain. But my physical, like real reality days are nice. I'm going to the beach recently. Excited to work on my self-help book.
Friday is going to be the day to metal detect. That's why I went peaches, peaches, peaches.
Okay.
Because if this storm comes through and fucking really like drudges up the beaches, you might be the next like fucking Curse of Oak Island out there.
Could you imagine?
Deet.
I would love that.
You got that giant ass scoop thing.
Do you guys want to go to the beach on Friday?
I don't.
You want to go to the beach on Friday?
I mean, I'm down. But who
I don't mind.
I think that Friday is going to be a blast for you out there.
Yeah.
I think that you need to sync that thing though and change the sensitivity so that it doesn't just make noise. But we fucking went to the beach the other day and she turned this metal detector on for the first time and it fucking landed right on a nail.
It did.
As soon as it turned on, she found something.
Yeah.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. And then I found another nail. And then I found a shard of metal.
Yeah.
And then I looked for shark teeth. Yeah.
Nikki said, Peaches, you've inspired me to find myself again. We raised 4 kids who are adults now and just my husband and I at home.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
This is why you don't put your husband secondary to your children, because eventually your kids are going to move out. They're going to go and create their own families, and the relationship that you have tended to with your partner is going to be the one that you are stuck with, which is why so many people end up fucking getting divorced after the kids move out. I'm good. Thank you.
Get away from me, Lilo.
I went to follow you guys on your official TikTok and got messaged by a few poster accounts claiming to be you. I reported them, but be careful out there, chat. Yeah, because there are people out there trying to scam you out of money for tarot readings.
Everywhere.
FitRad Tech. How do I convey to my boyfriend of 13 years that I don't understand what he is telling me? And please help me understand. And his response is, I've told you already, or it doesn't matter. You explain to him that the way that 2 people have conversations has to be not only articulate and understanding, because otherwise you're talking to a wall. And if you don't understand the way that he's articulating it, he needs to find another way to articulate himself. There is nothing wrong with being like, I don't understand what you're telling me right now. Can you reword that? Can you rephrase it so that my brain can get there? We have to go through that. The difference is I want to understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because if there's something that I can do to correct problems or problem solve or fix things or better understand, I have to be able to know what the fuck you're talking about in order for us to get to that point. But there's a want there. So when I read things like that, what I hear is you're having a hard time understanding. You convey that to him and he doesn't give a fuck enough to repeat himself or to find a new way to converse with you, because simply repeating yourself is not the answer. If you didn't get it the first time, saying it again and louder is not going to change the fact you didn't fucking understand what you're talking about. This chat's moving. I sent a question on Facebook comments. I love you guys. It took a lot to type. LOL. Jennifer Nicole Burgeon is what it's under. If one of the mods can find that and maybe post it to Discord, that would be great. But can you?
There's hundreds of messages.
Yeah. Can you copy and paste it back to Facebook so that I can see your name on there and maybe catch it? Because there's lots of comments that we'd have to scroll through to try to find it. Tried so hard to take my rose-colored glasses off and be smart, but finding out about him totally blindsided me. Red flags are felt, not seen. Guys got to understand that people are always going to do what they feel is best for them, not what's best for you. And if they did do what was best for you and you were doing what's best for them, you would have a successful relationship because you're putting the relationship over everything else. Recently found you guys. Since then, I've been finding out more about myself and learning new ways to communicate with my partner. Truly seems to be helping. Thank you. Yes, sir, William. I'm glad you're learning, man. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. Bandit Gaming. Just wanted to give y'all a shout out and also let you know I passed my CDL permit test this morning. I'm now ready to rock out this class and level up my life. Thank you for the push. I love that, dude. I'm glad that you guys are thriving. That's the whole point of all this, is that we can see people fucking improving their life. You didn't like that, did you?
Congratulations.
How do I send this to her without sending this to her? You send it to him. About a year into our relationship, he dropped a bomb on me. You dropped a bomb on me, baby.
Hey.
He has an incurable STD and hadn't told me until then. We then went and got tested together, and I thankfully tested negative. He claims that he didn't think he could spread it if he wasn't having an outbreak, and then he was afraid that I would leave him if I knew. So he chose to lie to you and hoping that you would stick around in the event that you never found out. Like, that says a lot about somebody's character. He came clean and even told his family what he did to me, took full accountability at that point. Am I being too forgiving to giving him the benefit of the doubt and choosing to stay with him? Or do you think that level of betrayal should have been a deal breaker? I think that situation is fucked up. Like, when somebody has something like that they could potentially spread to other people, it needs to be discussed immediately. Like, that's not something that you drop on somebody a year into a relationship. But the fact that he did come clean and is trying to like be forthcoming and correct the past behavior says a lot about who he is as a man. Your dog is trying to go outside, Carrie. Today I turned 45. I'm on my first vacation in Clearwater Beach, Florida. Are you at Pier 60? Are you at the pier at Gulf to Bay? Man, there's so many chats. You want to read that one? It's a long one.
I love y'all. Love you, Peaches. Me and my husband live the old way as well, and I wish more people would get back to that as well. We love the way y'all do. We love the way y'all do. I serve my man. Oh goodness, there's no punctuation in this. I can't read that.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay.
I was trying to get one over on the chat.
It's just one long run-on sentence, and I can't tell what's what, and it's disorienting.
I get that. All right. Sorry. Life happens. Cecilia said, "Thank you for helping me through my last breakup. I've had so much clarification. Thank you. Thank to your videos. Mahalo. Enjoy the P.O. Box arenas tomorrow." We actually got something in the mail yesterday, and I haven't had a chance to make it over there yet.
Okay.
The goal was to try to get over there today. So I might be there already. Mel said, "Just want to shout out my wife. You are amazing. We both watch y'all. I hope she sees this episode and hears and sees this shout out. Love you, babe, Mel W." What's up, Mel W's wife? Sorry, I'm a child. I wanted to announcer voice it, but then I got self-conscious and stopped myself.
No, you should have done it. You have a really good announcer voice.
Somebody said they're learning to be more feminine because of you, babe.
I love that.
20 years together, finally getting married on the 23rd of December. I worship the ground he walks on, and our love is commitment and growing and changing together. Even when things are rough, we stay committed. Love you guys. That's it. I'm so sorry about the punctuation. I have to use speak to text because I have a brain tumor and I cannot text. Well, that makes me feel like a jackass. You could say period, though. It'll add the period to your text thing.
If you want to scroll back up and try to read it, you can do that.
I can absolutely try to do that. What was the name? It was a big one, right? Was it this one?
That one, yeah.
I love y'all. Love you, Peaches. Me and my husband live the old ways as well, and I wish more people would get back to that. We love the way y'all do. I serve my man, and we may not be as financially stable as y'all, but my husband works very hard. He is a diesel technician, but I have a brain tumor, and I still push myself to do my housework and cook and be a good wife and give my husband peace. And kid peace, even through seizures and pain. My husband also helps me through it, but so many people have judged us because we are old school with the things in the home. Cooking, cleaning, serving her husband, doing what I think is best. And he works and takes care of us and makes sure we have everything we need and want. And people judge our old school ways. Why is that? I don't understand why more people won't go back to that. This is a really simple statement. First of all, congrats for the fucking dope ass marriage that you guys have. I love that your husband's doing what he's doing. And I'm sorry that you're going through what you're going through with your health. Misery loves company. If people aren't in a relationship, you shouldn't have a fucking opinion about that relationship. You're not in it. So like, shut the fuck up. I don't understand how that's even a thing. Like if somebody came to us and was like, "Hey, I can't believe you let her take your boots off." And I'd be like, if I wanted lip, I'd unzip my zipper. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like you're not in this relationship. If you've got some negative shit to say, you don't need to be in my social circle. I don't care if you're family, friend, or whatever. This is the relationship that I choose to have, and I'm in love. I am watered. I'm married. I've got a great home, a great business. My relationship is the best it's ever been, and you got some fucking negativity? Nah. Mm-mm. Let me go open the door for you because I'm a gentleman. I'll close it on the way out. You can see yourself off the property now. I'm good with that. Fuck you. Ain't doing that shit.
Ashley, you continuing to do your duties as a wife and as a mom through all of that pain is amazing.
Yeah. It's hard.
It's inspiring. There are so many women out there who are lazy. And everyone has a hard life to a certain extent. Everyone has different challenges and different tribulations to go through. But there are just some women out there who are lazy and will blame it on pain or my back hurts today or I have a headache. And here you are working through seizures and a brain tumor and doing all of the things in your life that you find fulfilling. I don't know. I'm getting emotional. It's a lot. It's a lot to think about. It's a lot to process. And I am honored that you look up to me the way you look up to me. Because to me, like you're Wonder Woman in this.
Yeah. That just speaks to if you really want the shit to be the way you want it to be, you'll do the work.
Right.
It's a lot. It would be so. Mike and I yesterday when we did the Voice of the Broken episode, he said that people say they're afraid of failure, and that's bullshit. Because people who are not successful are already failing. So what you're afraid of is actually having to do the work to succeed and then realizing you're not quite good enough to do the things that you believe you can do.
Right.
So for somebody who is living like that and continuing to do the fucking things that she's doing, it's a choice. You're choosing your relationship. You're choosing your marriage when you could fucking make excuses and not. So it's super gangster. Tiffany said, hello, how do I describe a traditional marriage and that I want a DDIG, DS relationship 24/7? I don't know what DDIG is.
DDLG.
Okay. I do.
It's a little girl role play type thing.
No. I do not do age play, just regression from BPD at 4. I don't know anything about that. I got nothing on that one. As for speaking on to wanting a traditional marriage, you just tell the person what you want. If you're in a relationship with somebody, you need to have those conversations, especially if you're actually trying to have longevity with them. That's the difference between dating and dating with intent, right? Like if you're just going, it's like the dude that was in a year relationship and didn't drop the fact that he had an STD. Like there was no intent there. He was just fucking getting along to get along. Maybe in that situation, he realized this is something that, I want for the rest of my life and I need to be forthcoming now. Like people are going to do what's best for them. It was really weird that kicking my left leg up hurt my back the back right side of my, that shouldn't have done that. Peaches, did the mullein seeds work for you?
So I haven't planted them yet. I'm getting ready to get most of my seeds into the ground because this is the optimal time in the region that I'm in. And I'm going to plant them with a couple of other herbs that I have going into the ground. So we'll see how the seeds do.
You guys seen that meme of the guy standing in front of the whiteboard with the disheveled hair and the string everywhere and pointing? That was Peaches the other day as she was trying to figure out her plant thing. She had multiple notebooks and like fucking dots and little grids and all this plant shit. And she's
and
like,
all my seeds
all
spread
over
out
the
on the counter.
Yeah, in little individual packs of what she's planting together. And she's like, and I just completely checked out and listened and smiled. I'm like, love that for you, babe. I'm not paying attention to any of this. I don't get it. The only thing I got was don't put corn in the fucking bins. I love everything else that you've got going on. I don't understand any of it. This is your world. You fucking rock that shit. I'm here for your excitement. Until I saw your little roses yesterday. And then I got excited. And all the new growth that's happening. Which is wild because of the amount of rain that we've gotten. I'm surprised shit's not dying. I love the excitement of your excitement. Like I could not care about something. And because you're excited and happy, I'm fucking excited and happy. It's a toxic... Not toxic. It's contagious. Contagious is the word. And it's exciting. And it's even more exciting because as your hobbies rotate and you go from, I think the garden is more of a long-term plan and not a hobby. But as you go from new things and you learn new shit, it gives us new things to talk about.
Yeah.
So it's fun. It's exciting. I will never retain anything when it comes to gardening. I just don't have a green thumb. I've killed
Right.
aloe plants. Like,
Yeah.
killed bamboo trees. Like, if it can be fucking eliminated and it's green, I'll eliminate that shit.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry for the all caps, but I want to grab your attention. Do you still offer one-on-ones? What that's coming? We were doing that for Patreon, and we were trying to do Zoom calls on a regular basis as Patreon lives and help people with that. And it got harder and harder to get people in the Patreon community to want to do those Zoom calls because people don't want their life on the internet.
Right.
So when we start doing coaching, it's coming. We're just not there yet. Iggy wants to know what kind of lipstick you're wearing.
This is the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink or whatever, and I have no idea what color.
There you go.
It's a red.
Do you ever find it challenging to pay as much attention to each other as you do? Do you find it difficult to not serve each other? No, because even what we were just talking about in the plant thing, like I said that I check out. That's bullshit. I actually listen to everything that you fucking say. I just don't retain it because I'm not going to be out there. And if I need to be out there, you're going to be telling me what to do because this is your project.
Right.
Right. I'm just an extra set of hands. But this falls into what we were just talking about the excitement. If I got a new hobby and we have something new to talk about for 4 fucking days as I'm learning this hobby, like the Class C vehicles, we're on a deep dive of that right now. Like that's giving us a whole lot of new shit to talk about. I couldn't imagine being in a conversation with you and being like, damn, I wish you'd just shut the fuck up. Should have went to the grocery store by myself today.
Right.
Like that doesn't sound like best friend shit. You know what I mean? And like our marriage we're best friends first and foremost. Like there's not anybody else on the planet that I'd rather do life shit with because you are a walking intrusive thought. I never know what's going to happen. You stepped on Ivy the other day and said you almost got Godzilla'd.
Yeah. I did.
Like I never know. So like it's always interesting and always fun. And I love that shit.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't imagine not wanting to be around you or having the conversations. And as for the serving aspect, I get to be Superman when I get to provide or do something that you need me to do. Me being able to fulfill your, I don't want to say desires because that makes it sound sexual, but your needs in life and the things that make you or allow you to remain in your feminine and live the life that you are comfortable living and happy, I'm winning. That's where the happy wife, happy life really comes into play because I get to live seeing the person that I love watered and content. And you do the same for me. So there's an ebb and flow there. We don't have to worry about, it being a one-sided thing. We serve each other and we want to serve each other. I don't understand how that would become a thing. I think that happens when people stop liking their person. I just want to say you two put a smile on mine and my husband's faces. Ugh. Your love is light in a dark world. Your truthful presence truly gives folks. Man, that was a hard one to say. Your truthful presence truly. Your truthful
a lot of T's.
presence.
Continuing.
Yeah. We aren't the only ones who feel a certain ways about life. Living in a small town made things weird for his and my dynamic. Senior Joy living authentically has really helped us say, fuck it. And we couldn't be happier, so thank you. I'd love to send y'all a care package to help your back, Chris. Just some natural rubs and supplements that have helped my man with his struggles with his back. If you're interested, let me know. Also, Peaches, if you love planning, gardening, Out Farmer's Almanac has a really cool garden planner app.
Okay.
Farmer's Almanac is the thing, garden planner app. I enjoy using it. I enjoy watching your journey with nature. We love you guys. Thanks for all the smiles and good vibes.
Oh, thank you.
For anybody that wants to send anything to us, we have a P.O. box. It's on our website, tobebetter.com. We check it once a week. Mm-hmm. Send whatever the fuck you want to send. We love that shit, especially wedding invitations. Peaches is going to have a gangster ass scrapbook one day full of wedding invitations. I wanted to touch on something real quick though. She said, Seeing your joy living authentically has helped us to say fuck it. No one is coming to save you. Right? That means not just in like your day-to-day job or your day-to-day life or as a father. It's your marriage. So if you think that you're going to be happy with somebody and you're able to do the work and make that foundation, who gives a fuck what other people have to say? This comes into it's not your relationship. You want to be that person that fucking dies at 70 years old knowing that the one person that you feel like you were meant to be with, you let walk out of your life because someone else had a fucking opinion about your relationship? Fuck that. Mm-hmm. Ew, I don't like your relationship. That's fucking gangster because you ain't in it, bitch. Like,
right.
If I want to hear an asshole talk shit, I'll fart, motherfucker. Like, let's go.
Fucking tell him, babe.
It's happy spouse, happy house. Yes, it is. We actually have had major conversations about that whole fucking happy wife, happy life nonsense. That conversation is very limited because of the statement. If you actually have the conversation about what happy wife, happy life should be, it's not one-sided. It's a man protecting, providing, and leading his household, knowing that his woman is nourished, his kids are fucking thriving, the house is taken care of. I'm fucking head of household. Everybody around me is doing good. I'm fucking winning.
Right.
Not I'm a shell of a man because she wants to go fuck other dudes and I'm a cuck. Right? Like
draining my bank account while doing it.
Yeah. Yep. Scrolling. I want to be with the mother of my child, but she says she doesn't trust me because of the chances she has given me and the hurt I have caused. She would like to stay friends and not try anymore. Well, I mean, you did that to yourself.
Sounds like the consequences of actions.
Yep. So start working on becoming a better person. Let her see that you can become a better person and prove that your sorries are more than just wind. Because it's real fucking easy to apologize. It's a whole lot harder to change your actions. And if she's given you chance after chance after chance and you've squandered it over and over and over again, you've shown her that you're not serious about it. Don't be mad because she's actually walking away now. You did that shit to yourself. Everyone else around us is just a passerby. Pretend you'll never see them again because in the grand scheme of things, they don't matter when it comes to your relationship. No, they don't. Everybody in the world is an NPC. And you can choose to interact with them or choose not to. Oh, how long have we been on? Hour and 10 minutes. How long you want to be on today, babe?
Well, I have to leave here by 2.
You want to wrap up, give it 15 minutes, and go live on Patreon?
Yeah, I want to use the restroom and smoke.
That works for me. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. If any of you would like to really support what we are doing, please go over to YouTube and hit the subscribe button. We want 250,000 by the end of the year. We will be doing a major raffle giveaway over there when we hit 250,000. Don't know what that'll be yet, although we'll be hinting more of that as it comes. If you want to really get involved in what we're doing, Patreon is the best way to do that. And if you go to the tobebetter.com website, everything is there. Patreon, all the events we are doing, and an email sign up so that as we evolve into coaching calls and doing all that shit, you can get notified. Mm-hmm. Anything over there you're seeing? Because you were just totally fixated.
No, I'm just
letting me do my thing.
Disassociating, I guess.
All right. With that being said, guys, we'll see Patreon in about 15 minutes. Everyone else, we'll see you next Wednesday.
Bye, guys.